And now to other news. A fifth woman has now come forward in the growing sex scandal involving Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore. One woman says the judge sexually assaulted her when she was 15 or 16 years old. We thank you for staying with us at 5:30. I'm Rachel Platt.
And I'm Doug Proffitt. This comes after a report that he had a sexual encounter with a 14-year-old girl when he's in his 30s. And calls are now louder for the Republican to drop out of this race.
And those include more than 40 Republican senators, even Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. We're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, Roy Moore is not backing down.
To think that grown women would wait 40 years to come right before an election to bring charges is absolutely unbelievable.
Over the weekend, the candidate vowed to turn the tables and discredit the accusations from nearly 40 years ago, but he's yet to do it. One of Moore's former co-workers also came forward this weekend, tweeting that it was common knowledge about Roy's, quote, propensity for teenage girls. Today, Kentucky's Mitch McConnell made national headlines when he answered a question that was asked by WHAS 11's political editor, Chris Williams.
That's right. McConnell said he believes the women accusing Roy Moore, who is running, of course, for that Senate seat in Alabama.
Chris is here right now. And Chris, why was Mitch McConnell in Louisville today? What was his initial reason to be here?
We were on Watterson Trail in Louisville, where the Senate Majority Leader had met with some local business owners to discuss that tax reform plan. That plan, he said, should begin to see debate this week, and it could face a vote shortly after Thanksgiving. But as we wrapped up his question and answer session, the topic turned to the controversy in Alabama. The most powerful Republican in the Senate for the first time said that he thought the GOP candidate should get out of the race.
I think he should step aside.
Before this morning, Leader McConnell had prefaced his comments about the Roy Moore controversy with, "if it's true." Now he was clearly taking the next step. Judge Moore reacted quickly, tweeting, "The person who should step aside is Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. He has failed conservatives and must be replaced." Moore added the hashtag #DrainTheSwamp.
We're just flat out talking.
Is the burden on Moore to prove these false versus someone to prove that these are true in this situation? Or do you believe these allegations to be true?
I believe the women, yes.
When asked whether there should be a write-in effort if Moore does not leave the race, Kentucky's senior senator confirmed that it is a possibility.
That's an option we're looking at, whether or not there is someone who can mount a write-in campaign successfully.
Turning on Roy Moore was no shock. The Senate Majority Leader backed Republican Senator Luther Strange during the primary, as did President Trump. President Trump's former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon backed Judge Moore, who won that contest. Mitch McConnell was asked whether Senator Strange should be the write-in candidate, and he replied,
We'll see.
Alabama does not go to the polls for their special election until December 12th. The headlines about what Leader McConnell said regarding Roy Moore overshadowed what he had to say about that tax reform bill. So I've posted his entire comments and the question and answer session about that topic on my Facebook page. Chris Williams, WHAS 11 News.